my friends. Welcome to the Diamond Painting Effect with Cori. I'm Cori, and it's Stitch With Me time. Today I'm going to be working on my hydrangea. It's a DIY cross-stitch kit, and I got this one from Newcraftday. At the time I bought it, it was $8.11. It is a 40 by 50 centimeters, and it's 11 count. And here's Gunther. Hopefully he just wants to settle down. And there he is. Say hi, Gunther. Hi, Gunther. Anyway, he thinks I'm going to pet him now. So here we go. That was his cue. As soon as I started talking, it was his cue to come. The color I'm going to work is this bright yellow. There is a lot in this one. And it is the 14th color in the kit. And it is DMC color 819, which is a light pink. Like, you probably can't even tell that that's a pink, but you can, when you see the whole hang together. See if I can get that over here without much trouble. It is pink like that. So I've got it kind of situated where I can't move it any closer. So that's my hydrangea. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So far my day is going well. My sister had to go to town, and it's very rarely that I'm here without her. So she took my package to Christina, and she's going to mail that off to her. And I'm happy to send Christina that canvas, or Ada cloth, whatever you want to call it. I didn't get a chance to foo-foo it up because I didn't realize she was leaving when she left, so I just grabbed the address and grabbed the stuff so that she could get a mailer to put it in. So I'm excited about that, getting that sent off. I was worried about it. It's one of those things that it's an easy thing to do, but I don't go to town very often, and so I need to take care of it like I could. Gunther is going to cause trouble. I don't know if y'all can tell. He doesn't want me to cross stitch right now. Hey, Gunther, no. Nobody. Leave my stitching alone. You're going to have to get down if you don't stop it. He's got the whole canvas now. Gunther. No. Okay. Yeah, I just gave him a tiny shove, and he took that for a cue to leave. He may be back. I don't know. He usually just leaves me alone. Just curls up and leaves me alone. But so I was able to watch a few. It's hard for me to watch other people's YouTube right now. It's just very difficult. There's the time constraints and all that. There's a bit of drama going on here, and it's not necessarily bad drama. It's just things are changing. It looks like we're looking into. I live in a mobile home that has deteriorated really, really, really badly. It's very old. I think the original build date was 1980, 83, 84. I don't know, sometime in the 80s. I know it went through a flood in the Houston area before we bought it. They gutted it from the water line down and rebuilt it before we bought it. And so it's kind of like a redo that, but not everything was redone. Uh, it's just, mobile homes just don't hold up well. So we've had it for about 30 years. And it was 10 years old when we got it. So it's a 40-year-old mobile home. And then Marcy got the news that it didn't surprise me, but apparently it surprised her. But the house that they were building for her and her husband before he got sick, they had to stop. He got sick, he got cancer, and they had to quit. They knew it was terminal, and so they want to be up with the kids. All his kids live in Utah, and so they just moved up to Utah where he could get his health care there and he could be around his children. And so the building stopped for about 2 years. But in that time the building stopped, it just deteriorated. We knew it was just falling apart. Didn't know what to do. My sister was hoping to come back and see what she could do to save it. And she got the news that it really isn't salvageable. It's a long story, but she thought she had gotten good advice on the foundation. It turned out to not be the complete advice. Either wasn't taken, wasn't followed, or she just never got it. They never got it, but they did it wrong. And so the house is sinking. And obviously when a house sinks, it doesn't sink uniformly. And so the news was that it's probably not salvageable, what they've put into that. And so poor Marcy's she's gutted. And so we're trying to come up with solutions. Daniel, that maybe would work for both of us together. Kind of join forces, and so that's exciting. That's the exciting part of it. Maybe something good can come of this. Marcy's not going to get her dream home, but that maybe something good can come from it anyways, not just give up and walk away. So I'm surprised my son has stepped in, and he wants a house. He wants to get a fairly large house. This will be his inheritance from both his aunt and from me. My sister's property is going to go to him, and my property will go to him, and so he's got a vested interest in this also. And so things are changing. Things will get busy. The biggest problem, the best alternative is, for us to build. The cheapest way is for us to just build, but we're not spring chickens anymore, and because of what happened with the other house, I don't feel comfortable with that myself, because even when you think you know what you're doing, because I'm not an expert, I don't know what little details make huge difference. So I'm kind of skeptical about the building part. We are in a rural area, so it is hard to get contractors out here. I know it must be able to be done because there are houses out here, but um, who knows? We've even talked about getting a new mobile home. That, you know, the issue with that is, well, that will be Daniel's problem. I probably won't live long enough for it to be that big of a problem for me, but it will be Daniel's problem. So there's all kinds of complications. Well, if we do this, then that, and this and that, you know, it's just it's a bit stressful too. But kudos to Marcy, because she just wants to go forward and not she's not giving up. She's ready to take action, just in a different course. So bless her heart. So that's the drama that's happening here. I have no idea where this goes. Part of me wants to not. I don't know. There's so many variables, I guess I should say, that just, when you start to do things like this, it's not just, oh, I want to do this. Okay, let's do it this way. Things don't work out that way. There's hoops to jump through and hurdles to jump over, and issues to be dealt with. But you know, and when you build a house, who gets the master bedroom, you know? Yeah, we need to build a house with 3 master bedrooms in it. Or 4 even. Who knows, if Dwayne gets to the point where he can't take care of himself. He's in his upper 70s, you know. He may need to have his sisters-in-laws take care of him. He's really in pretty good health. So he doesn't see that happening, but he does have COPD, and he's really done pretty well for having that. He was an artist. He painted signs and billboards and murals on the sides of buildings, and that's what he did for a living, was business signs. And he is an artist also, but the years of breathing all those paint fumes, they think that's what caused his COPD. And so that's truly a lesson for those of us that don't like to wear a mask while we're working with that stuff. I don't know if it helps for those kind of fumes or not, but anyway, so we've got the property. Hopefully we can do something good here. And wow. I don't know. It looks like I'm not recording. Oh, okay. It's still recording. I thought my camera had stopped. So that's kind of where our focus has been turning. And this is the thing, is Marcy's ready to make decisions and I'm not. I'm the one that's dragging my feet, and I don't want to jump off into things that can't be changed or reversed, or it's just, our personalities are so different, and it's just, and then Daniel's out over the road, so he can't, his input can't, I mean, all we can do is call and talk to him every time, something needs to be decided. And so we were going to travel up to Seguin and go look at some homes up there. That's about 2 hours away. But I have to go to San Antonio, which is 2 hours away, later on tonight. So I didn't want to do that all in one day. I would be totally wiped out. So, even though technically we could do it, I don't, realistically, physically, I don't think I could do it. My body gives up pretty easily these days. So, I need to save it for my trip to the train station tonight. So we'll probably go tomorrow and do some looking. Just kind of see what's out there. We've been looking online. And who knows, maybe we'll be building a house here soon. It'll probably have to be a Marcy's property because there's not that much room here. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. We can't put it where her house is now because it would put off a building if we waited till her house was dismantled. And there's ideas of using materials from her house to build this new house. But again, that involves getting somebody who knows what they're doing to do it. All that. So it's a bit crazy here for the last little bit. Stitchiness, I can't remember if I've told you about stitchy things I've done. I got out Big Beautiful Girl, stitch on her bit. I got out my Bumblebee that I'm trying to do in a half stitch with 6 strands. I'm really not liking how that one's looking, but I want to finish it. I've noticed I'm having a problem, and it's happening on this one too, where I'm just pulling up. Sometimes I'm getting my stitches too tight, and I guess that's where a hoop comes in to help with that. But I don't like using a hoop anymore. I can't believe I was able to just completely leave that behind. Because I didn't think I could stitch without a hoop. And now I can't stitch with one. But especially with these are so thick. They're hard to get in a hoop. But this is horrible. I can't remember what I've told you guys. I ordered, so this may be a repetition, sorry. I've been watching Becky's Crafting Madness, I believe that's the name of her channel. And she does vlogs and she does floss tube. And she's been working on a month to month, every month you do a different square type. They're so cute. And I've asked her before and she says that one is not available. And so I don't know if the one she showed us yesterday or this week was the same, that same group of, or not. But I finally went and I looked up Hands On Design has a year in stitches design on 123 Stitch, and I ordered it. So I'll be do something like that, even if I don't think it's the same thing. I really don't. And I don't think I like it quite as well, but I think I like it. I think it's cute. I think it's a little more detailed than the one she's doing. But it, and then I ordered some more of the threads from, for my Cat's Library by Anna Mishkova, Irina Garbashova, or something like that. I never can say her name. So I ordered some more for that Heaven and Earth design threads for the Heaven and Earth design. I'm just like ordering like 10 a month, try to get that built up. It's gonna, one of these days it's gonna come to a start, and one of these days I'm ready to start it. I just don't know why I'm not. I don't have all the threads, but I don't think I need all the threads. If I don't have the threads, I'll just skip it, you know. I don't need to have them all now. But I did this on my kit. I was, you know, I have these John James needles, and I have when I've started the needles I've been buying, I pull them out and I don't know what's what after that. I mean, I know this is gonna be, when I do this, I know this isn't a good needle, but I'm not sure which kind of needle this is. So I started I'm just going to write it on here. If I pull it out for a kit, I'm just going to write it right there. These are my John James needles, and these are the kit needles. And right now, I'm using a kit needle because I have to be more careful with the John James needles. Because they're not quite as, the tip is sharper, so I have to be a bit more cautious where I put the needle. And while I'm talking to you guys, I don't need to worry about that. So this is Blooming May for stitching in the interlake. And this is the last day that I'll be doing the blooming flowers. And I'm glad that Eva is doing this. I'm enjoying doing it with me. It gives me a kind of a framework. I hope she doesn't mind that I'm doing this with her. Kind of more or less, kind of like a collaboration here. She's going to do it, I'll do it. So next month, her theme is going to be counted cross stitch. I don't know if she's got a catchy name for that yet or not. But she's going to do counted cross stitch. This is the way that's going to work for me. Either I'll be working a solid patch of the same color that's outlined, or I'll be doing the counted cross stitch and doing a voiceover, because I know I can't count and do stitching while I talk. I'm not that talented. I'm not used enough to doing counted cross stitch. I can only do counted cross stitch when I'm feeling good and alert and having, doing well. I go to the step cross stitch. Well, I have no idea what I was getting on about, but the video just stopped. So, anyway, I was talking about doing the counted cross stitch. I think the point was that I did a counted cross stitch when everything is ideal in my life. It's not something I go when I'm frustrated or not feeling well. So, anyway, that I do enjoy it. I'm looking forward to starting that Heaven and Earth design. I'm just waiting for the perfect moment, and I don't know when that will be. I am excited to be getting that new. Gosh, it would be nice if I got that new pattern by the time for the year, a year in stitches. If I got that before next week, that would be so cool. What I thought I would do with that one is I ordered those off-brand threads from Temu that I have no idea what brand they are. I thought I would try those on that thing. That way I know I have all the colors for it, and I can just jump in and start working on it, and I can pick one of those months to work on. I can either jump in for June and start there, or I could start in December and start there. I don't know which way I'll do that, but it would be awesome if that pattern was here, and I'll just do that on my 25 count magic grid fabric. And so I'm excited, can't wait to get that. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I probably unburdened more than I probably should have to the world, but that's where things are going in my life, and I want you guys all to take care, and I will see you again in the next one.